Hi, I'm Lindsay from Shrimp Salad Circus, and today I'm going to show you how to make pink Himalayan salt bath bombs. These are super fun for relaxing, they're really fun to make, they'd be a great project to make with kids even because all the ingredients are totally kid-friendly. Okay, so before we get into actually mixing them together and making our bath bombs, let's talk about the ingredients, because one of my favorite things about making my own bath bombs is the fact that I know what's going into it and that I'm using natural ingredients. So for the ones we're making today, we have quite a few different things. So we have cornstarch, we have baking soda, and citric acid. Now, these two are essentially some of the most important components in a bath bomb because these are what are going to cause that fizzing reaction when it hits the water. We also have Epsom salt, which is a nice coarse added texture in there. And then one of the really unique things about these in particular are going to be the dry powdered milk that we're using, which is going to be really moisturizing, and then the Himalayan salt for a nice pink color. You can really use any carrier oil you want, and we're only going to use a tiny bit of it, but I like to use sweet almond oil. So you can use any essential oil or fragrance oil that you want, but I felt like the sweet orange oil and lavender oil were gonna be a really nice complement for this particular bath bomb recipe. And then this is optional. We're gonna add a little bit of extra pink color to keep this pink salt color from getting really diluted using powdered mica, and it's just gonna give us a nice fun color and a little bit of shimmer. And then the polysorbate 80 is what is going to help keep the mica together in the bath bomb and prevent you from getting a ring around your tub. And then finally, I just have a spray bottle with a little bit of witch hazel in it, and that's what we're gonna use to help kind of mix everything together. Okay, so let's start mixing. For your essential oils or your fragrance oils, the amount is really not set. It just depends on how strong you want your fragrance, but do remember that each bath bomb is going to be diluted in an entire tub of water, so you do want the smell to be a little bit stronger than if you were going to be using it in like a perfume or something like that. I'm going to add somewhere between 5 and 10 drops. So as you can see at this point, we have a lot more pink showing up, and you can at this point, if you decided to, add a little bit more of the pink color, but we're pretty close to the Himalayan salt color. So now what you want to do is reach in and kind of check the texture, and I'm still getting really dust kind of texture. So that's where the witch hazel spritz comes in. So we're using witch hazel because any kind of liquid can activate the fizzing reaction on the bath bomb, and we don't want it to set off before we're ready, and the witch hazel is gonna not do that as much as if we were to just add water. And what we're ultimately going for is a texture that's similar to wet sand. So when you squeeze it together with your hand, it should stay, but you don't want it to be too wet or it's gonna start setting off the reaction. So we're starting to get there, but we're not quite there yet because as soon as I give any pressure, it yields and falls apart. So keep mixing it. All right, so this texture is what we're looking for, so we're ready to go ahead and start molding our bath bombs now. Okay, so we are going to start molding our bath bombs, but first I just want to talk to you about what some of the different options are, because you can really use so many different things for bath bomb molds. There are the standard metal bath bomb molds. This is a set of 3 different sizes. This is a Valentine's ornament thing that I found at the craft store. This is a Christmas ornament, and I actually keep some of these on hand, like a big package of them just for doing bath bombs. This is a vintage Jello mold, or even things like a silicone ice tray if you wanted little cubes or something like that. So you can really use just about anything. So one of the things that most intimidates people about bath bombs is the molding part, and that it can be a little bit tricky, but it's really not complicated. So first you want to fill up 1/2, pack it down really tightly, and then sprinkle a little bit more on top, and don't pack it down. Now I'm gonna set that in there while I fill up the next one. So for this second half, I'm just scooping it right up. I'm not gonna pack it down or anything, and what I'm gonna do is squish them together, and that's where it's gonna pack in. So now go ahead and just really compress them together with a lot of pressure until you feel the sides click together. So then what you're gonna do is twist 1/2, and then if you have extra bath bomb molds, like if you're using the Christmas ornament ones, you can just leave them in half the mold overnight. But since I wanna reuse this one right now, I'm going ahead and taking it out, and then you can smooth out that seam. And then what you would want to do is set them on like a soft towel or something like that so that they don't get a flat spot on the bottom, and leave it to dry overnight.